Late today, E. Jean Carroll left federal court in Manhattan after resting her battery and defamation civil case that claims former President Donald Trump raped her in a luxury department store fitting room in the spring of 1996. While overseas in Ireland, Trump spent part of his day out on one of his golf courses, teeing up criticism of his accuser, E. Jean Carroll, and the judge, and suggesting he plans an 11th hour appearance to testify.
And I have to go back for a woman that made a false accusation about me, and I have a judge who's extremely hostile. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to confront this woman. This woman is a disgrace, and it shouldn't be allowed to happen in our country.
His attorneys have already told the judge their client would not be appearing to testify in person. And the judge had warned Trump's lawyers that some similar disparaging remarks about Carroll on social media are extremely inappropriate and could be creating more legal trouble for the former president. The jury has heard Trump testify in a pretrial video deposition, which includes an exchange where Trump calls Carroll a whack job and mentally sick. Also in the deposition, Trump, who has mocked Carroll saying she's not his type, appears to mistake a picture of her for his ex-wife, Marla Maples, until his attorney corrects him.
Yes.
Whoa! In the deposition, the former president also responded to the infamous Access Hollywood video, played for the second time during the trial.
And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the
Trump, as he has in the past, calling it locker room talk, while also saying his comments were largely true.
How are you feeling today?
Over several days, in addition to Carroll's at times emotional and tearful testimony claiming Trump raped her, 2 other women have alleged he sexually assaulted them.
I would like to express my support for E. Jean Carroll with her suit against Trump.
One in 1979, the other in 2005.
To support E. Jean Carroll, I believe E. Jean Carroll.
He does not face any charges in connection to those allegations and has denied any wrongdoing. And 2 close friends of Carroll's have backed up her story, testifying she told them about the alleged attack minutes and the next day after it happened. Carol Martin, a retired local TV anchorwoman, former colleague and friend of Carroll's, telling the court, "I am here to reiterate and remember what E. Jean Carroll told her about the alleged attack by Trump," adding, "I believed it then, and I believe it now."
All right, Ron Allen joins us tonight from outside that Manhattan courthouse. Ron, I understand that at the end of the day, the judge responded to those comments by Trump about whether he's coming to testify. What did he say?
Well, he said in the interest of justice that Mr. Trump has until 5 p.m. Sunday to file a motion if, in fact, he does want to change his mind and come here and testify. The judge also said that he has made precautions or begun to make precautions. The judge apparently alluding to the fact that he's very concerned about security considerations if Mr. Trump does come. You'll remember a couple of weeks ago when he was here for his criminal proceeding, there were protesters on both sides supporting and against Mr. Trump. There was gridlock in this part of town. They had to close down the courthouse for some time because of security considerations. And that's always been the judge's concern. So we'll see what happens over the weekend. In the meantime, court is dark tomorrow. There's no proceedings planned. Monday would be closing arguments. Tuesday, the jury would get the case. And that is, of course, unless Mr. Trump decides to change his mind and come here and try and clear his name.
So Ron, I know you can never predict how a jury is going to react or how they're going to decide, but you have covered a lot of court cases throughout your reporting career. You've been following this case very closely for us. You know, I think people are going to be watching this saying, the former president's defense team didn't provide a defense for this. Did they feel the case was going their way? But we watch your reports and we read other reports, and it's unclear if it was. From your sense, from watching this court case, do you have any sense of how it's going to go?
Well, what's unique about this case, or what's different about this case, is that there are these 2 other accusers who are allowed to testify because of a federal law, a federal rule that allows that in this kind of sexual assault case, or a case involving an allegation of sexual assault. So you have not just E. Jean Carroll making her allegation, but you have 2 other women making similar allegations, not rape, but sexual assault. And then you have the Access Hollywood tape, where Mr. Trump essentially says he can do and get away with what he is accused of doing, if you interpret it that way. And then you have 2 other women who are friends of Carroll's who say that she told them back in the mid-1990s that this happened then, even though she didn't reveal the story publicly for many, many years later. So you have what are pretty close to 2 eyewitnesses. That's what makes all this somewhat different. But of course, Mr. Trump has been adamant. He has been forceful in saying that this is all a hoax, it's all political, and you've heard the rest of it. So who does the jury believe? We'll see.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see. Ron, excellent reporting as always. We appreciate it.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.